Hello, hello everyone. Good evening. Hello Sammy. Hello Xen. Welcome guys. Ready for Foundry? I'll try to play I think 49, 48, 448 tonight. Let me lower that a tiny bit. It was not very loud already, so hopefully it was okay for you guys. Hello, I hope you are feeling better today. I'm doing good. Doing a bit better energy-wise. Just did like my wife was holding a yoga workshop for like the last 3 hours, so just done that, and then we just finished, and you know, came right on I was saying on Twitch, but on, you know, whatever, YouTube, wherever. Wherever. So, but it's a bit of a rush for a Sunday, so a lot of things to do in the game. I've been offline for like 4 or 5 hours now. Hello Bamba, hello Crucial, welcome. Welcome guys, welcome chat. Yeah, you know, it's like, people are like, some people are like, what do you do? So, you know, I explain some stuff and I'm like, I'm doing YouTube as well. It's like, oh, so you're a YouTuber? I'm like, I guess. I guess I'm a YouTuber now, you know. I guess I fall under that category somehow. Well, my game is lagging a bit tonight, but that's gonna be okay. We're gonna make best of it. Are you gonna push this SVS? Probably not. It's not 3 months, first of all. And, you know, I don't think it's still Gen 9 as well. So it's both not 3 months, still Gen 9, so there is little interest for me to push. I'll push everything on my farm as always for the States. That's for sure. But everything else I'll hold on my main. I really need the 300 shards, you know. Like, my way of playing is not really working with my level of spending if I don't do the 300 shards. So that's gonna be maintained. Especially Gen 10. I think I'm gonna do all heroes Gen 10. Because I have so many shards that I can do that Gen 10 and Gen 11, I think. So really, like, have a very strong, I don't know if it's a situation, I don't know how to call it exactly, but a very strong time with heroes for, you know, from now and the near future. I really want to push a little, but I also want to save for seasonal event. I don't know what we're gonna get, but we might get a lot of seasonal events, right? You have Chinese New Year, you have the anniversary, all happening more or less at the same time. So we might be in for a treat. Let's roll some dice. That the last ones. So we start lucky, but not so lucky. It's lucky, not so lucky. So one. Oh, one too many. One too many. Let's do 5 more. We are against a super weak state. I will use 1.4k petstone. That's pretty good. That really helps, you know, these little things. They really, really help, so. So what did we got? I did not pay attention. I was reading. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. That's 240. That's pretty good. Yeah, I wish I could play your way, but I think as free to play it's gonna be tough. Even with 3 months of saving, I won't be top 3. On SVS, it's really tough, especially if you have many wells, right? If you have 3-4 wells, that's okay. we have, you know, above, we have 50 people spending more than me, so at least. Is that 4? No, that was 4. Oh, okay. So that's not lucky. That's lucky. 240. That's not, you know, not too bad. Not too bad. 160. That's 240. So we got a bit lucky today. 2. That's pretty good. Let's go for the big 600. I mean, it's not bad. It's really not bad at the end of the day, if I'm really honest. But that's all we're gonna do, I guess. 1. Yes. Wow. That's terrible. Okay. But that's all. That's all I can do. So I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere near 600, and 600 is like... I mean, there is a world it's worth it, right? There is a world it's worth to do the $10 pack. And to get, you know, through that. But $10 is not giving us... it's not giving us 60, right? It's how many dice? It's 12 dice. It's giving us half, so it's like 30 more. So it's not really worth it, to be honest. So yeah, it really depends on your states. I think you can do okay in most states with 3 months as a free-to-play. Else you have to be you have to push on KOI, right? And saving 4 months is really tough. For me, when I save 2 months, I'm feeling okay. Like the 3rd month, so the next month, I will start to feel quite behind, to be honest. I will start to feel quite behind. I have a bit of time before we do the rest, so let's go on the farm a bit. Because I've been not playing for again for the last 5 hours, so... See like how the player is behaving? Like how weird that is? My streamer like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I've seen some people who are playing that event and they did not get the, you know... They might be not streaming, they might just be making videos, but... They might not have had the streamer luck, I guess. Not really. That's not what I will call myself. I would not call myself lucky if I were them. That's gonna be for a bit later. Hey Tinky, thank you. Thank you. Hey Coco. Thank you, hello as well, and good luck for Foundry to you too if you do. Who is doing Foundry in like 25 minutes? Because we are. That's Legion 1, Legion 2 1 today. Let's do a bit of these. Hey Fedal. Hey man, I have a question, need guidance, shoot. Send it, you know. We are here for questions. Are you playing on BlueStack? I'm doing usually ID9 players or lately or Google Play Games. Either LD9, that's the one that worked the best lately, but I did not try BlueStacks or maybe for quite a while, so I'm not too sure about this. But LD9 player is having kind of a bit of an issue lately, so... Still a bit more reactive on some stuff than... none of them are perfect. Somehow they are... I don't know why it's technologically so hard to have like a, you know, an emulator. But that's beyond my technical knowledge of this stuff, so... Already happy we can do that on PC, to be honest. Shakin is there, but someone else will take it. That's okay. I don't really need to on my farm. There is no real point to take care of that. Someone else will. For you, better increase Valeria today or make more point and skip day 1 and start on SVS day 2. It depends a bit, Tinky. Like, if you really need the speed-ups and you miss the speed-ups, then, you know, you can do points on day 1. It's not gonna be a big deal, you know. For me, I do points on day 2 because I don't like the speed-ups. Hey, Onizuka. Welcome, Mr. Onizuka, on Twitch. So yeah, so I tend to wait day 2 if I can, but because I have too many speed ups. If you really need the speed ups and want to use the right buff and stuff, I understand. That's okay. Day 1 is okay at the end of the day. It's not gonna be a big it's not gonna make you win or lose the SVS prep, you know, in 99.9 of the SVS prep. You know, it's just a bit weird that they've done that this way, basically. We are almost at the end of Gen 3 and I have 600 General Mythic Shard. That's good, you saved a lot. I joined the server late when Gen 1 was in the end, so I did not know what to do at the start, so didn't know what heroes are important. Question is my Alonso. One sec. My Yolando is not even 1 star. I lose every... I mean, if you started that late, you're gonna lose arena all the time anyway. So that's gonna be rough. If I were you, I'll consider restarting the game, to be honest. But that's okay if you want to keep going. But I will really consider starting on a new stage and properly. Unless you stay for friends and stuff like that. But if you are like... really want to kind of catch up and play seriously, you kind of have to... consider restarting at that stage. General Shard on Alonso. No, you should not do Alonso. If you want to catch up, you should look in the future and not in the past. That's really important. If you play catch up, you're gonna play catch up forever and you're gonna be weak forever and gonna suck for you. So my suggestion usually is like, you know, accept to be weak for a while and that's gonna suck and it's gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be that fun for a bit, or restart on a new stage and not be behind. And you aim like, let's say for example Gen 5. And Gen 5 you do well. So Gen 3 you do Greg, for example, to get a good marksman. He's not great for bear, but he's great for many other things. You can do Greg. You put him to 4 stars. Then you do the Lucky Wheel. You do Mia. Really, really important to do your Mia well. You cannot, you know, you cannot mess up your Mia. That's really important to not do that. So you do your Mia properly. So you set that things for bear properly. You have a decent marksman. End of Gen 4, you're gonna get Lin as a marksman, so it's gonna be okay. Gen 5, you probably go for Gwen as well. And then it's already like a far of a better situation for you. So you want to kind of have a plan to prepare for the future and be strong at some point soon. But the chances are, you know, if you miss like the first gen and stuff, you're gonna be weak for a very, very long time, and you know, only money can fix it. More or less, to be honest with you. Like, you can try to catch up, but it's gonna be it's not gonna be great. Yeah, you can transfer a lot. That's an option, but you know, it might not. You know, you lost a lot of free things from the games, a lot of shards, a lot of stuff. So, you know, when you are Gen 5, it's not gonna matter that much, but you might just be playing catch up for the, you know, for the next year or two. And not feel great about your account. So that's something you really have. For me, you really have to think about that and being like, hey, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna be kind of behind. I'm not gonna be able to really catch up. That's cool with me. Yeah, that's really important to be at peace with that. So I don't know if it helps you, Faisal. My Greg is 4 stars, that's okay. Mia is almost 5 stars, so that's pretty good. I spend a lot of time in game, so I'm progressing well, but I'm worried about Arena. I mean, Arena, the next shot you have at Arena is Gen 5. And until then, you're gonna suck at Arena. Gen 4 is not really worth, for you going to Gen 4 is not really worth it. You could do Rena 4 stars if you want to, but if your Mia is 5 stars, your Rena is not gonna be crazy and you don't want 2 Lancers. So, you know, I would not go crazy on Gen 4. I'll skip my shards and you can do Gwen 5 stars. Gen 5, you're gonna get a good bear hero. You're gonna get a good arena hero. If you want, you can do Nora. That's really okay as well. And then, yeah, and that's already pretty good. That's already a good way to catch up, to be honest. Alonso is replaced by... it depends a bit how you play, but he's replaced Gen 4, Gen 5 Alonso. But like, Alonso is the past again. you know, if you play catch up, Alonso is, you know, okay, it's good, but it's you know, it's a short-term thinking. And if you want to play catch up, in my opinion, you have to plan like long-term. If that makes sense. You're skipping Gen 4. Yeah, that's pretty... I think it's not really... I mean, if you want to be a joiner, you know, Gen 5 is far better nowadays, Gen 5, Gen 6, because of the current meta and the way we play the game. But, you know, if you don't care about being a joiner, if you just want to do your own thing and try to catch up, it matters a bit less what you do. Who do you match with in SVS? We matched again... These guys, I don't know them. I don't know anything about them, but we match again these guys. I don't know if you guys know any of people from Southern One. Hey Saki, I'll get to you guys on Twitch in a sec. I'm just finishing the question on YouTube, and I'm gonna get to your question, Onizuku, Zuka, and Saki. Thank you for being there on Twitch. It's really cool to see people on Twitch. That's the first time I have 2 viewers talking to me on Twitch for like more than 2 seconds. So you are very welcome, guys. I'll get back to you very soon as well. I'm just so frustrated. Every opponent was Alonso. Yeah. And it's, you know, it's gonna be like that for a while. Are you able to be top 500 or not? If you manage to get in top 500, even if you do Alonso, you might not be able to do better than that anyway. So it's like, you know, is it really worth it? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure that you're gonna feel a lot better by by doing that. So we'll see. Hey Sammy, welcome to the stream. That's pretty cool to see you guys on Twitch. Really happy to see some new faces. So let me catch up on Twitch quickly. Thanks. What the best infantry heroes from Gen to 11? I'm thinking to choose Gatot until Gen 11 comes and I choose Eleonora. That's a good pass. Edis Gen 7 is very good. She's very good in Arena, in Solo March, in Exploration. She's overall very solid. But Gatot, you know, you will replace Edith by Gatot. Magnus, there is no real interest in Magnus. Gen 9, Gen 10, I'm not Gen 10 yet, I will get it next week, but the week after, in 10 days. Gen 10, Gregory is probably a very good choice. If you want to do one more infantry for like arena and stuff, but you know, you have Eleonora, Gen 11, and that you can do with the Lucky Wheel. The only thing when you do the Lucky Wheel is like, it's gonna be end of Gen 11, you have Eleonora. So if you do like, we'll have Gatot end of Gen 8, end of Gen 11 is very late, so like if you get Gregory Gen 10 in the middle, that's pretty good. That's my plan at least. I'll get Gregory myself. But this is very good. That's usually one I suggest. I suggest her a bit less, and I tend to suggest Wooming for people a bit sooner than you, because Wooming is used as a rally joiner now. When, you know, Edis is not, so... And you get Wooming a bit sooner, even if he's not as good. So, but that's a solid plan, but you're gonna get your infantry heroes a bit weak, right? Gatot is not gonna be great, you know, in Gen 10. So that's the only issue. Do you think Whiteout better or King Shot? I have no idea about King Shots. I don't know if there is any difference between the two, Saki. So I think it's, you know, it's the same company. It's probably not exactly the same developers, but it's like the same parent company. That's my understanding. So events are very similar. Mechanics. I have a lot of Kingshot viewers that tells me, you know, I'm using your guide in Kingshot and it worked 90% of the time. So I don't know anything about it. So I cannot tell you. But if you like one more than the other, or if you're a friend playing one and not the other, then I'll go with that one. I don't know if they have good guides, if they are good YouTubers doing content. So yeah. You should stream more often. I'm trying, you know, I have a job, I have a wife. It's a hobby right now, so it's not a job, so I do what I can, but I would love to do more. I love to know. Are you at Twitch? Yes, I am. I'm able to reach 500 if I buy the challenge gems. Yeah, though, I will do that if I were you. 500 is, you know, the reward is between 100 and 500 is the same rewards. So you need to be 100 and plus to get better rewards. So even if it's frustrating, I'll go stay and chill in the top 500. You know, it's gonna be good enough for a bit. And it sucks, but you need to push through that. There is no other way, right? There is no magic answer that you can be like, you know, I missed Gen 1. I started Gen 2 or end of Gen 1 and I can be strong now. You know, the solution to that is like, you know, $1,000. And, you know, packs are terrible at that stage of the game. So I will really play the patience game if you're happy with your account and your states and stuff like that. And just, you know, just suck it up, I guess, for a bit. Do your best, and then really, for me, like the really turning point is getting VIP 9 and pushing Gen 5 or 6 on heroes. And that was my plan on my city. I just did that Gen 4 because I transferred a lot and I was ready to do that before Gen 5. But the plan was to go very light on Gen 1, 2, 3, 4. And Gen 5, like, get my VIP 9 in order. Get my shards in order to get, you know, Hector with the wheel, have enough gems. Get Gwen with the SR shards and stuff like that. And just you know, just kick butts Gen 5. And you can still do that. You can still be in a very good spot Gen 5. It's the same game. Yeah, for Kingshot, I really don't know. Some of you might be playing. I asked some viewers today, like in the comment, that they were saying that, you know, they play Kingshot and they watch my videos. Kind of ask them if there are any differences, like things like that, because we might do a weekend Kingshots, if you know. But I'm not gonna stick with it for a long time. But you know, we might do like a 3-day Kingshot fun challenge or something like that. I'm curious to try it. You better not leave us for Kingshot. No, I'm not leaving Whiteout anytime soon, you know. I have no plans to leave Whiteout Survival. I'm actually really happy with the game so far. So it works for me. The YouTubes make it, you know, a lot more interesting than... Yeah, it is really interesting, so... I mean, it seems like Kingshot is pretty solid, right? There are only Gen 5 in Kingshot. So, you know, Whiteout Survival is like Gen 15, so... That's a big gap right here. That's a big gap. I'm in the beginning of Gen 6. I don't know yet if I do Wooming or save for Edith. Sammy, exactly what I said a second ago. I used to suggest Edith because I find her quite stronger than Wooming. But in today's world, Wooming is one of the best infantry joiner and Edith is not. And you get Wooming 1 generation sooner. That, you know, Edith is gonna be replaced by Gata, Gen 8, so late Gen 8, and Wooming is gonna be replaced by Gatot as well, late Gen 8, so you will have an infantry for 1 more gen. It's just gonna be a bit, you know, you're gonna be a bit stronger Gen 6, you're gonna be a bit weaker Gen 7, compared to doing them, you know, compared to doing Edith instead of Wooming, but that's, to me, that's really okay, to be honest. That's really okay. Considering that you want to have the options to be you know, to have the good rally joiners, so you need to be on a state that do not play for Patrick and for Jesse, else it does not matter. You can have the right joiners if your, you know, if your people are playing for Patrick, for Jesse, does not matter, right? It really does not matter. So so things like that need to be in order in your state as well to be worth it. So I am 40k points in VIP 8. How much gems do you advise to use on VIP points? I'm a very low spender, monthly card, $20 a month. That's gonna help you. So, you know, it's everything you need to go to Gen, to VIP 9. You did well with your gems and your VIP. That's pretty good, to be honest. So even if you started late, you did not mess up your account, you know, you did well. So that's really good. Many people start late and they mess up their account. So you have a bit of time for VIP and you're not too much in a rush. You are doing well, especially if your Mia is already solid. Lean, you could decide to do Lean like to 4 stars and to go very little on the Lucky Wheel, for example. You could kind of chill on the Lucky Wheel a bit. and be like, you know, we'll do 4 stars because you're gonna get Gwen early Gen 5, and your lean will be only 5 stars late Gen 4, so you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna have lean maxed out for very long. With your solo march in arena, you're gonna use both lean and Gwen, so 5 stars is great on, of course, on lean, but you know, I would actually go gentle on it. I would go gentle on it. And a little bit weaker in Gen 8 too. Yes, but you know, you cannot do all. It's, you know, for 99% of us, we cannot do everything. So you cannot be strong every gen and stuff. So you have to pick. Swimming is good in arena, you know, it's gonna be okay if you do. So how much power is your Legion 1? I need to kind of call that back, right? So Legion 1 is, I don't know if I'll buff, we'll see, is 116k. So we have a bit of an advantage, right? We are quite stronger and we are 1 more. That's pretty good, to be honest. I'm really happy with that. You know, I can deal with that. I can deal with matchmaking between being our advantage. I might go 4-star on Nora. This SVS we will use if we use, yeah. That's something you have to consider, right? So I don't need to push really hard on VIP net. You seem so, I mean, the sooner you get it, the more shards you're gonna get, right? But if you think about it, if you get it a month sooner than you would, it's gonna be 30 of these, right? You know, that's a really long-term play, VIP 9. Are you missing 30 of these right now? Not really. It's not gonna make a big difference if you do 30 of these. So you can chill and go slowly, but it will be good to be, you know, end of Gen 4, before Gen 5 will be really good. So then Gen 5, you can spend all your gems into into Lucky Wheel, so you can get your Rector to 5-star, you can get to Ronnie to 5 stars, you can get all of that to 5-star every time easily. You can pour eventually a tiny bit of gems into extra tracks here to get some of these experts a bit higher, right? You can do that, or some of these to unlock them and push their reputation a bit higher. So you can spend some gems here with the 400k you have if you want to. But you know, I would not use gems on speeding up marches on events and stuff. You know, I'll focus on myself really to kind of catch up. We are 8 p.m. my time, so that's gonna be 8:30 tomorrow morning. That's good enough. I should be awake at 8:30. What do I do for work? I'm doing some YouTube videos sometimes. No, it's not really a work. You know, it's nowhere near paying a salary or anything like that. I think you understand that with 3,000 viewers, you don't live off YouTube. That's not how it works. But you know, I work for entrepreneurs basically. Admin, accounting, online websites, stuff like that. Everything they need, more or less. So I have my own little company and a few customers, let's say. I got VIP 9 during Gen 4, should push more toward VIP 10 as free to play. You can, crucially, if you want to, right? But what the value of VIP 10 is extra books. You don't need the extra books. And VIP 11 is really, really hard. So, you know, if you really care to increase your VIP levels, you could always work towards it. But as a free-to-play or like, you know, below 50 euro a month spender, I'll be like, screw VIP levels. I'll put my heroes 5-star with the Lucky Wheel. I'll buy some expert, you know, tracks. You know, I'll get some of, you know, eventually buy a bit of pet stones if you have too many. Whatever, I'll take care of myself in other ways basically at that stage, because it's gonna be far too long before you can really benefit from VIP. But some people like to do it, so, you know, it's just, you know, don't expect to be VIP 12, you know, unless you skip the lucky wheel and stuff and you just do that. Hey, Sat, welcome. Welcome, Sat. Why you have low-level troops? So it's just to make more points in events, right? That's the simple reason. There is no other reason to do low-level troops. It's just, it's giving you more points. It's giving you more points when you... So, like, when I promote troops, right? I get the difference of point between that and that, right? But this amount of point was pre-trained already. That it's like if I get extra speed ups because that's pre-trained before the event that I'm using that. So whatever I'm training outside of the event and I'm promoting, this time of training is counting similarly to it's like extra speed ups, right? And for me, because I'm done with research, all of my general speed ups are going into training. I'm using a tiny bit of research, of general speed ups on expert, but I don't need that much, to be honest. So most of my general speed ups, I don't need for construction. I'm done with research for most of it. I'm gonna use a tiny bit, especially if we have T12 or stuff, but so most of these will go into troops. So I need to train like T5. I should have trained T5 to be, and even if I train T5, I'm not gonna have enough troops to promote it, so yeah. So that's why you train lower level troop. VIP 11 is the goal slowly, but it's hard. Yeah, as soon as you spend a bit on the game, it's quite okay. VIP 12, you know, if you spend a few hundred, it's gonna get there quite quickly if you spend some gems, if you manage your gems well. I was just wondering where to spend my gems during seasonal events. What, you know, you shouldn't have that many left. You shouldn't have that many left, so... Am I in Foundry? Yeah, I am in Foundry. I was like a bit... So we are fighting the sneaky rabbits. So that's a 1.2 million guy, so that's very strong. I don't know these guys at all. Everyone got the Foundry teleport. It's not gonna be cool for very long. That guy look weak for the skin he has. That guys might be a bit strong. So let's see. I'll buff a bit. So let's look at how many gems we got from the... So I got 420k, 25k, 425k, and we got 140k gems nearly. So that event is pretty good for gems. It's really, really good for gems. I am not sure we're gonna win that easy. Who do we have? We have Miscat. We have Wobster. We don't have Denise. So I might need to a bit of... I'm not gonna buff all of them 20. I'm gonna do a mix. We're gonna do that because I might need to rally lead and get some buildings. Already you're evenly upgrading shift gear. I do. And tonight we will actually try we will actually try something tonight. We will actually play 48 and let's do Mia because we're gonna use it. Let's do Mia. Yeah, let's go properly for it. Let's go properly for it, and Fred is gonna get some gear like that. It's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna remove Sonia. I'm gonna do that on for other. I'm gonna 8 it after the event. So Sonia's gonna get that. And we need 1 sec. Because we messed up a bit. So let's do attack. Let's do that. That was okay actually. That was okay, and let's try that. People tell me it works wonder, so I don't know if I have the right setup, but we can try a bit today. So Wobster is here. Miscat is here. Bunny Empress. So is that someone I can take on? Not really. Not really someone I can take on. So let's try to burn a city or two. See how it goes for fun, and then we'll play normally if we need to. I don't know if that guy was meant to leave, but that's not too bad. That cost me a lot more, but that's not too bad. Thank you, Alif. Good luck to you too. I'm a bit less, focused on chat. I just need to be a bit more careful. So this guy is emptying his city. So I don't know if he thinks I'm a whale, but he's just helping me right now. He's just helping me. So that's not too bad, it seems. I need to look at it a bit more closely later. I'll keep it. Because I kind of need to get going. See, with a bit more troops, but he's probably cooked a bit. I mean, that's not insane. We'll see. So the map is more or less blue sword now. So I can play a bit burning and I can have fun for a bit. Kind of see what's going on. I just find it so hard to switch to alt account and send troops for gathering. I mean, sometimes you don't regret it when you need a lot of resources, but I get it. It takes a lot of time every day. It's hard to have a farm account that you do not play for at least half an hour. So I need to see if he's healing. He's actually having more troops, so he healed all of his troops. So that's okay. Let's see what's going on. Miscat is being attacked. Ugurlu is repair facility. That I can probably take, Let me scout and see if I can rally it. That's pretty strong. Did I pop my pets? I did not pop my pets. I'm doing that all the time in Foundry. I mean, if that dude is willing to teleport all the time, we're gonna have fun. So that's that guy that's pretty strong. No, that's not him. That's a cutie Bunny Express. So he has 5 million troops. So you see, like, even if I technically blast him, when he has his main march in town, I mean, they are not bad stats, right? He has some buffs on and stuff, so I'm not, that strong compared to him. So I cannot really do much here. If I start to rally, I'm kind of wasting everyone's speed up, so... Doublon is going, but I don't think he has a chance. He's a bit stronger than me. I think I go... That's okay, Xen. That's okay. We'll see what's going on here. I don't think Doublon is strong enough. He's a bit stronger than me, but he's a bit... that guy is a bit stronger. I'm mostly trying to join his rally. Yeah, can't take it. Yeah, he assume he cannot, right? You know, that guy is T4. He'll chill. That's kind of a decent, pretty good account. So Igor is rallying here, no? But you know, should be the one doing it. Webster is doing it, so that's something we can join. .40 sec. Yeah, Webster is taking care of our rallies. So that we're gonna try. I can do 2 rally with Igor, basically. Can do 2 minutes when he's ready. Texas, right now it's LD9 player, the one I'm using tonight. But if Webster is rallying this one, there is no way they hold Webster. She's quite stronger than them, so she's probably holding 1, 2. Here we have a Gurlu, so they're probably rallying that. Wow, I need to speed up people. Wow, people are speeding them up themselves. So everyone is here, so that's pretty good. Miss Cat is here. We have a decent choice, so we'll see if we can get it. On Windows, Google Play Games works really well, yeah. Lately, at least for me. He had some issue with pilots before Christmas, but, you know, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it works okay. We scouted easy targets with that. Okay, this one. Yeah, that's somewhere I was considering going. We'll see. So I'm a bit, you know, quite sooner than Igor, but he's a bit weaker, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, sometimes it freezes. So, like, I have a good PC gaming, right? Even if I do like fishing tournament and stuff alone, sometimes it's like lagging and stuff like that. So someone is attacking assassin, but he should be okay. Oh, it's okay, we'll see. Did I got it? No. Oh shit. I already won it. I did not think I would, to be honest. Let's keep it for later. That's pretty good. Let's keep it for later. Let's reinforce. What are they going? So it's like solo attack, solo attack. I just dislike being a garrison leader because you kind of have to stay here and, you know, don't do anything, but... But so far it's going okay. The gathering gonna open very soon. In 2 minutes we have middle, so I'm kind of waiting for that to happen. Webster should be where she is. Just gonna take a bit, but she gonna hit as well here. That should be all okay for us so far. We just need to see a bit how the gathering is going. Wait, that's not a phone. Are you playing it on the computer? I'm always playing on the computer. I'm a computer dude. I never played mobile games, more or less. I did, but I did always play them on my computer. So you can have like phone emulators, right? And nowadays, and nowadays, you know, you can do most games on the computer. It's not always running very smooth and stuff, but good enough to play at least. What is the best strategy to upgrade charms? Money. Like charms is very tough. Charm is very, very tough. So beyond money, you have very little option. You have to do events that give you charms. So it's very little. It's Frostfire Mine. It's SVS Battle. It's Tyrants. Like few, like some of these big events are giving you charm regularly. Then it's when you are Gen 11, you just unlock Gen 7, sorry. When you are Gen 7, you just unlock one charms to level 11 like I've done. So you do one charms level 11, but you need to be Gen 7 when you have charm that goes to level 12 to 16. And when you do that, you have the exchange and you can exchange all of these. So the way it worked for me, like I had 12 or 13,000 of these, right? I had so many of these. And you can exchange 2 of these for 1 of these. So you go, and that's up to 1,000 per week that you can do. You can burn 1,000 of these per week. So for a month or 2, you're gonna burn these to exchange. And then you're gonna be even, and then it's gonna be useless to have the exchange because you're just gonna up them naturally. But that's kind of the only way to catch up. The only way to catch up, and that Gen 7. Everything else is like really insane. So Wobsters kick his butts for sure, no problem with that. So we're gonna do these. I'm not, you know, I'm not the strongest, but and I'm for, you know, wow. Wow. I was alone. Webster is in. So let's put someone. I'll get my main march. Romeo. Can I get Romeo? Can I take out Romeo if he's alone? It seems I can take out Romeo. He's not that strong. I mean, he is pretty good. But Emma is with me, so it's a bit safer now. So the map is blue. The map is blue, that's really good. I'm gonna do a bit of 60-40 in some places. And then I'm gonna keep a few march, but that's quite okay. But here is always a good spot to... Let's do kind of a Patrick, maybe. Important buildings. And let's go back to my ratio. It's just, you know, a bit of a pity to have to change all the time. When you don't do your march in advance and you don't have a lot of them saved. So he's going away, so that's pretty good. Now we need to see the gathering, right? I mean, charms are crazy expensive for money. It's one of the most expensive things. So yeah, I wanted to go far further on my charms, and I spent a bit of money, and I was like, it's not really moving, so Like, it's not, you know, it's not where I want to put the priority, so I spend money somewhere else for the little I spend. And it's gonna be, Charm's gonna be later down the line. We finish Fire Crystal, we finished T11, so I have a bit of a focus on Hero Gear for Arena and stuff, and then... So they are not really gathering, you know, they're probably watching, I should not say that too loud, but they are not really gathering, so... Yeah, you cannot take it with 4 of us inside. I mean, you can try, but... So let's gather some... So we secure that one. So they managed to take here. Probably from Sticky Rabbit. I mean, Marshu is not crazily strong. He's quite stronger than me, but that's... he is manageable, right? So he's a bit, you know, he's a bit stubborn. Oh yeah, there's a lot of questions. Let me just follow what's going on. Yeah, he is really hurting us. Can I speed people up? I cannot speed people up, right? He might eventually blow us up, you know? Every time it's kind of... These 7k troops, 700k troops you can heal are so good. That's so good. Yes. So let's... Let's get back in, maybe. We're gonna just do that non-stop. Can I kick him? Ah, no, too close. Too close. His fully is quite stronger. I kick my butt. So that was fun. That was fun. So she's going. That's gonna be okay. I'm gonna send 2 marches. I'm gonna heal a lot. And it's gonna be all okay. And Paula is in, so that starts to be a bit harder for him. Yes, get wrecked. So we're good. It's just a bit expensive on troops. But we have people coming in not too far from now. Where I am being attacked. That's his marches? Wow. Wow. He kicks my butt with only 2 of us. Yeah, I cannot really hold that one. You know, he's quite stronger than me, so... So that's a little fun little duel. I'll catch up on chat after. Just want to make sure we're okay. They gather quite a bit, so... That could be something I clear up as well a bit. Miscat is going back here. I'm hesitating, right? That we cannot really take unless Webster is getting in. Or maybe she can. If she gets in. Just let me see what's going on here. Yeah, it was not a very strong march from her side, so it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Oh, she's too sick. That's a bit too late. I don't really have good defensive match. It's gonna be all okay at the end of the day. Let's spend some gems just to... I'm not really know the timing of the attacks, but let's do 1 minute so that's safe. Let's send a Patrick here. Somehow I don't have it saved, so let's do something like that. And how did the attack go on Queen? She teleported, so... Am I running low on marksman already? I mean, if they are burning their teleports, man... I really don't care. Helios Marksman, what did I do? Did I heal my Lancers? I healed my Marksman, right? I should have kept my... I should have kept them with me. Maybe we go 60-40 for a bit. Maybe we go 60-40 for a bit. And it's gonna be all okay. So let's swap to 60-40. Just need some gear on the other one, just I'm not getting wrecked in defense. That should be okay, that should be okay. Attack. But my Bradley is somewhere else. I send my Bradley here. Let's go. Do your job and get back. We'll do that. I might teleport to reset to get my troops back. It's gonna be a lot cheaper than gems. I have a nice set, 700k. It's sometimes buggy. Yeah, I don't know. I forget the setup I have, but it's a 1-year-old computer, not even. No, it was not a super expensive one, but it's a decent gaming computer that is like a year old. So with like 32 giga of RAMs and stuff, that should be okay. In addition to the previous question, should you already start investing in upgrading 1 charms to 11 way before Gen 7? You should. You can start probably Gen 5, 6, depending a bit. Like, if you're an active player, you will get your charms 5 or 6 before you can do 11, more or less. That's gonna be how it's gonna work for most of us. So that's Emperor Bunny. So Emperor Bunny I cannot really get in. That means they're kind of trying to get middle eventually. They are getting these. So we'll scare them a bit, and we're gonna get the building later. That's the one that's burns. He's very weak, so let's open up with the main march and let's you know, F him up like they say. So he cannot heal, he's gonna be gone, and he's gonna remove all his marches until so he has no business being here anymore. And then we can slowly start to get that building. Let's scout, let's see. So he's, you know, he's gonna stop to teleport soon. One less. And the scout was... They are not too strong, so that I can handle. Ugurlu is rallying. Yeah, Ugurlu is rallying. Let's go. Can we burn one more? It's gonna burn eventually. It's gonna burn eventually, so we can do it. It's gonna take a while. But, you know, if that guy is burning and is teleporting out, we have, you know, it's resetting everywhere he is in the building. See, it's slowly going down, so it's gonna cost me a bit, but that's insane, right? You are like T11, quite stronger than people, and you cannot burn a city, basically. It's so hard to burn a city. So hard to burn a city nowadays. But you see, it's slowly increasing. So unless he has, you know, he's healing soon, he's cooked. He does not realize it yet, but he's cooked. What to buy from Adventure Caravan Shop? Oh, we got it, right? I have 7k coins. I'm not into skins, so I want stats. Charms design. Yeah, it's okay. Fire Crystal is really good. You should get the portrait skin. That's 2% that you can only get there. You will never get them anywhere else, even with time. That's pretty good. Then you can get... either you are still in the purple and blue gear with the chief gear, and you want to get out of it, and you take gear design. Yeah, it's not really doing anything, right? But it's slowly going below the 2.5 million threshold, and soon it gets a lot easier to zero him. I'm gonna even rally him with my other march. So he might not see that, you know. But see, like, that's the insaneness of the... So if you know, if you don't know what you do outside of Foundry and SVS, and you don't get your troop backs, it can really hurt. You can really lose a lot of troops. See, he's not even burning yet. Like, I've been doing 10 attacks. My stats are far above, and nothing is moving, you know. Like, I would be thinking, like, closer to 2 million, he would burn a bit easier, a bit more easily. But it's not the case, so, you know, we're gonna empty ourselves this battle. It's one, you know, they're never gonna come back. I'm gonna clear up some of the gatherer if I need to, and it's gonna be... But he's defending pretty well, you know. That's... But the rally was a lot worse. Even if it was my weaker march, it did not work. He's gonna explode now. That makes no sense. He's not like burning soon. Wow, he's not even burning. Did he heal? See how crazy that is? Like I remove 1.5 million troop by solo attack 100k at a time. I nearly zeroed myself on him. Cost me over more than half of the troop I have here. See, he's not even burning yet. If I had to bet, I would have bet that he's burning by now, to be honest. But that's... Yeah, that's really insane. That's really insane. I mean, you cannot stop, right? I'll leave 12 minutes to heal myself to burn him. I'll make it happen. Bam, that's really crazy. He's healing a bit, I guess. Yeah, he got some troops back. So let's do rally 2 minutes. I want to keep a tiny bit of troops. I want to keep a tiny bit of troops, even if I don't think they can really come back. No, you don't want to throw away the game, I guess. If he teleports, you know, GG to you, Mirza. You defended very well. I thought you will burn a lot sooner. That's really terrible for me, but that's okay. I have pets on, so... Mithril is always a good choice. So you guys are still asking about the... yeah, he teleported. Ah, fair enough. Good job. You zeroed me. Facility repair, she wants it to be filled. Someone is going, El Patron, so that's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna wait for my, you know, my march to land on the mines, but they left the mines, so where are they? Let's just check the destination. Oh, someone teleported, I guess, right? He's an hungry carrot. He's a powerful hungry carrot. Okay, he went somewhere. Not here. So that's probably his main. He says he has 2 accounts. Where did he go? He's here, but that's not gonna happen, right? They're not gonna take it away from Webster. That's our main march, probably our second main march, so... She might have her gear swapped around, but that's not gonna happen. Prototype 1, 2 rallies. They're trying to double rally it. Can I zero them? Wow, that's a lot. That's pretty good. That's what you like to see. But Fire Crystal 7 is... Like, people that are close to you in troop level, it's so much harder to zero them. Like, Fire Crystal 6, 7 is so easy. 8, 9, it's like... Wow. So let me send the right ones. So what do we have here? We have Gatot, Elise, Magnus. So let's do... Let's do little swap. Can I get another one? I can get a 25, yes. So we have a Gatot, we have a Patrick, we have a Siyun, we have a Geronimo. So that's gonna kick their butts a bit, hopefully. For that double rally. And double rally is going in... I mean, the timing is probably poor. Yeah, you can attack me. Come on. I mean, I don't have many troops, so he might be... No, he's not hurting me. He's not. That's, you know, that's easily defended. We got the good joiners, so it's not gonna go anywhere. They really don't have a... Like, they are barely tickling Webster, so they are like a world of a difference of power when you compare. So that's clearly, you know, clearly for us. They can't do shit like some would say. And they go, and they go. So the matchmaking was close in terms of power, but like, you know, we have Webster is nearly close to max in charms and stuff, and they don't have anyone close, so it's really really not in their favor. They are not really gathering as well, so you know, they are like falling behind so much. If they were like really good gatherers, you know, and they were like trying to pop all the buildings at the last minutes, I'll be a bit more worried, but that's really not happening, so that should be okay for us. Just kind of zeroed myself on them, so... Is Marchu going again? But it's not gonna go anywhere, guys. You can try, but... See, like, wow. I mean, he has some red gear, that's not too bad. Should I try like a 50-0-50 to compare? Should we do Xura? And should we do Mia? And should we do solo march, attack? 48. Assuming he has the same heroes in town and stuff, you know, it could be quite quick, quite similar. Just trying to surprise him so he's not teleporting, he's not being reinforced. Because I need the log, I need the report. That's, you know, it is what it is. It's not great, but it is what it is. That's Swiss Banker. So we have two reports we can compare. The last two, we can compare them between 60-40 and that ratio. And he has a bit less troop the second time, but not, you know, not that many that it's an issue. We got teleport in 7 minutes. Camilla is attacking me, fair enough. I'll catch up a bit on chat after. I want to test a few things, maybe a quick one now. So, I mean, you talked quite a bit about the Adventure Caravan shop, right? So it's Fire Crystal by default is great for free-to-play because you want better troop level. You know, we tend to not talk about that enough, I think, lately, but it's really important to get your troop level in order, else you're gonna be useless. They're gonna tell you you cannot join the rallies, you cannot do Tyrant, you cannot do all these shits. And if you have 2 levels more of charm, they're not gonna allow you to do the event because of that. So for us, Fire Crystal, if you care to be in the rallies for Sunfire Castle Battle, if you care to have a shot at being in Tyrants, you should focus on that. Else, when you don't focus on that, and when that's emptied in the shop, if you're early in the game and you need the design for your chief gear because you are stuck in blue and purple gear, that's a really good choice. If you are not there, Charms is a decent choice. Mithril is okay, is always a good choice, but you know, for quite a few of you, it's a bit too soon for Mithril, but that's gonna be happening at some point. That are the valuable options. Everything else is kind of crap except the skins. The portrait is permanent stats that you can only get from here, so that's a decent source. That's really okay to get. They are all going middle, you know, that was to be expected. That was to be expected. But, you know, I think the difference between Wobster and them is so big that... yeah, you burn, we burn. That's what you get. So I'm not too stressed about the rallies, but they managed to burn Kiwak, so... Let's do a 3-minute rally. Let's swap my normal gear. Let's play the normal stuff. It's a bit of a back and forth, but so let's rally here 2 minutes. Let's play a regular. Let's do a regular. And then defend between these rallies. They are rallying 19 sec. I mean, they have 3 of them, so we can start to reinforce. I just need to swap. I mean, we have Alonso, Patrick, Amos. That's not amazing. That's okay. That's not amazing, but that's... Wow! Oh, that's really surprising, to be honest. But it was not Mobster main march, so... I got the big one, I think. So it was not the main march, so that's probably why they could get it. Because we were kind of full. What's cute and press? Yeah, that's pretty good, you know. But that does not really change a thing. Catching up on chat quickly without reading it out loud, just so I know what you guys are talking about. What big event can we see on 14th of Feb? It's always Valentine's. We had Valentine's every year, so that should really be a thing, you know? That should really be a thing. What's my rally? It was not worth it. It was not worth it. I don't need, but it was really not worth it, so... He's going just after I send my rally, so I don't have my main march, so that might be yeah, that might be an issue. That was good planning for him. Because I don't have troops, so... I don't have heroes, I barely have troops, so... I zeroed myself, so that's what you get for it. Hola, hello, Juan, welcome. Does the game still feel interesting and engaging when you are done with research at a high level? It depends. It's a very personal question. It depends the game you like to play. It depends who you are playing it with, why you are playing these games. The rush and the adrenaline of the first 6 months is gone. It's like steady pace, slow upgrades, slower content, but it's all about like, you know, regular events. Do you enjoy Foundry? Do you enjoy Spitfire Castle Battle? Do you enjoy people in your alliance? Like all this stuff, right? So if all these things are good for you and you enjoy that, probably enjoy the game. If you know, not really enjoy the game mode, and it's gonna be boring eventually. So that's really a personal question. For me, I can play games for many years. I can play the same game for 10 years. I have no problem with that. I've done it in the past, you know. So the fact that it's slowing down and there are less happening, there is not that much less happening, to be honest. It's just a bit less fast-paced, but there are a lot more events. When I started the game 2 years ago, we had we had a lot less events. We had Alliance mobilization 2 times a month. Now it's like Alliance Showdown. We did not add pets. We did not add Labyrinth. We did not add the Daybreak Island. We did not add the Experts. We did not add Canyon Clash. Tyrant was not a thing. Tundra Armlings was not a thing. So like many of these things have been added in the last year. So if you just, you know, if you are like on a state 2000, you might not realize that the game was very different when we started to play. I got destroyed? Well, it's not too bad, but I got barely any people in my rally, so... Well, I don't have infantry anymore. I'm zeroed anyway, so, you know. Let me scout. I'm more or less zeroed. Did we hurt them enough to take it? Yeah, we could. We could. I don't really have a good ratio, but we could. So, you know, I got my revenge. I could take a building. Woo! We got 3,000 points that they don't have, so it's always, you know. Why not? Why not? It's a GG anyway, so... I'm not gonna be MVP like Marchu did. You know, he could do quite a bit more than me, so... Did not even really try, but it was for fun. Dark Igris, should I get Xura instead of Bradley? Probably. It's just, you know, I'm just kind of setting up my account from after Foundry for Arena and stuff, so... I was wanting to use 60-40, and if I remember Xura, there is something with 60-40 that does not work. See, like Xura Marksman deals 100% damage, right? So if you are not using Marksman, you want Bradley instead of the Xura. That's why I have the Bradley by default. It's better for Arena, and I can play 60-40 no problem. See, Marksman damage. So if you don't use Marksman, then Xura is like not really worth it. And something as well for me is like Max Xura is missing 1 star, right? So the stats are not maxed. Even if probably that's still better than Bradley. That's quite better than Bradley. But my Bradley is level 8 and Xura is level 4. So that's, you know, that's a bit of a change. That's 92, 93, and that's a 30 more percent lethality. So it's not crazy, you know, but they are probably not that far in reality because of the widget and the extra star or fragment. Does Journey of Light have any schedule, or is it a random thing? I will consider it a random thing. We had Journey of Light only for the last 2 years, and the game is 3 years old. And the first time we saw it once, and we did not add it for a year. It feels like the last year, the last 12 months of the calendar, we had it 4 times, if you go back. So in a year, we might be able to see, you know, how things are. But right now, we don't know. We really don't know. If he attacks, I attack. If he doesn't. But GG for was fun, at least to me. I hope you guys, it's probably not that fun for you guys because there was not a fair matchup, so... But that's, you know... We did not try to screw the matchup, so that's just the game giving us that. Or giving you that. So yeah, Journey Online, we don't really know. It seems to be that, you know, Treasure Hunter, Journey of Light... Cashier's House, like these things are 3-4 times a year, basically. They are 3-4 times a year, so... Do we make the map blue? Do we make the map blue? Are they going... Let's take it, you know, in case. Golden Buff, I might have a bit better stat than Empaltron, but he seems to be able to defend himself very well. Here is defended. Here could help some, could use some help. What do we have ready? Do we have something ready? Equalize. It's like I'm reinforcing with T5s. I think he zeroed himself as well on it. I think he's zeroed himself on it quite a bit. I'm kind of going through the comments in no particular order right now. They should change Chinese New Year to February and change the Valentine event to something else. I mean, I don't know what they will do. Like, either they do kind of a massive event overlapping, but they never done that, right? So usually what they do is like one is becoming a spender event, like a silver shell, and the other one is a regular seasonal event. So, and there is the 3-year anniversary of the game early March. Usually the game is like 3 years in February, I think, but they always do it early March. So we might have like a seasonal event for Valentine's. Chinese New Year might be like a, you know, shop kind of event with like silver shell, with like themed skin specific to the Chinese New Year, which, you know, the Chinese people got in September. Like there was some, you know, leaks from the Chinese state that were kind of like events with silver shell and with Chinese skins. We might get these. That will be my bet. If I have to, I don't know anything, but if I have to bet on something, I'll bet on that. And then we get a proper seasonal event for the anniversary. So that's kind of how I see things, but you know, really, I really don't know. Got it. By the way, I saw you were switching joiners. Is it working in a way that you can set up correct order of skills? It is exactly working like that. So you can set up whatever you want. So here we have Wobster, right? We have Doublon. These are the 4 sharing skill with Wobster, with the rally leader. So we have Nora, we have Jessie, Gatot. So Nora, if we are not using only marksmen, we don't really care about Nora. We are using very little lancers, 10%. So, but you know, I'm not sure people are doing that. We have a lot of lancers. I mean, if you check here, we have a lot of lancers. So you don't really want Nora, right? Nora is not really good. Gatot is not really good. So what do I want with that? I want Siyun, I want Jessie, I want Gatot, and I want probably double Jessie. So in that case, I want to remove Gatot and I want to remove Nora. So I promote Nora to rally captain. That's put Wobster at the bottom. If I put Wobster again, back, it put Nora at the bottom. Right? It put Chocolat Belge at the bottom. So I remove Nora by promoting them. So what you can do is like, I promote Fahad. I don't want Gatot. So you can do them one by one if you are not sure what you do. But here now, I don't want, let's say I don't want Jasser, I actually want a Gatot instead. So I do that, and I promote back Webster, and yeah, there you go. I got double JC, I got Siyun, which is not stacking. I got Gatot, so I got the best joiners I wanted, and you don't have to promote back the rally leader in between. You can just go through them one by one, and when you are removing someone from being the rally leader, they go at the bottom of the queue. So it takes like 10 seconds, 15 seconds to swap the joiners you want in defense. In offense, you cannot do that, right? In offense, if the first 4 joining a rally, you cannot do that. But in defense, you can do that in 15 seconds. And you know what we could do as well is like Webster could change gear, for example, on a Foundry match. So let's say she's here with her best hero, but this, you know, and we want to keep control, and she's having her second or third march, and they are rallying. She could remove the gear from the Foundry. She could remove the gear of her main march, put it on that second or third march, and you can swap gear around. So between that, you know, you can really get a bit more effective in defense. So you could have someone that go through, be like, okay, Xura, I don't really want that. Mia is good. Siyun is good. You know, there's Siyun, so we have a Amos here. So, you know, you could do, okay, I'm removing the Xura, so I promote Xura. And I promote not Mia, I put her back. And you see, it's Mia, Siyun, Amos, and I added Amos in a sec. And that's a lot better setup here. So you could have someone that their jobs. Here, you know, we have Edith Wooming, so we have a lot of good joiners here. So, you know, it's like, okay, Magnus, I don't care. Edith, I don't care, I remove them. So I want Gatot, Magnus. Do I want René? No, I don't want René, because I don't know the troop ratio. So that's all okay, all fixed. I put back Webster, and I got Gatot, Wooming, Geronimo, JC. And I got the one I wanted out of the list. So see how quick it goes. So that's really, really cool to understand that. Like, it's really important for you know, for SVS battle. For the rest is, you know, but you could have definitely have a R4 that's, you know, managing all the garrison in a Foundry as well. That could be someone, and you know, it might help you a bit. So we won easy. It was still fun. We tested, you know, some stuff, not crazy, but we tested some stuff. You see that later when people have 3 million troops, you cannot zero a city, even if you are quite stronger than the dude. That's a big issue. And you know, when they have 4 or 5 million, it's crazy. And I'm not crazy in terms of stuff, but we used to have like people that have, you know, charms that are 12, 13, things like that, you know, gears tier 2 and stuff. Like they had the same issue on such a Foundry. Like if the guy is FC8 or FC9 with 4 million troops, like even spender that spend like, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 times more than me, they cannot do much. Like max player they can, of course, but it's really getting rough, you know, to zero people. So we have a bit of fun with it, but without great expectation of the outcome. And there was no good outcome today. Of maybe I burned 2 people. I had 2 or 3 good attacks, and without, you know, trying too hard. But I really think that the Mirzai guy like will burn a lot faster. That's you know, if you do that outside of Foundry, you regret it very quickly. So many solo attacks. Let me help, but I need to swap back to the dream team. And I have proper troops, so I have proper troops. Well, let's get some of these. I did not get any today, so... Do you guys still have some of these in your alliance chats? Or are you running low? Some people have a few, but we are kind of running low by now. So here I got 12k. Oh, I got 12k. I really hate having 12k. Because I love this one, but that's not as cool as the Meteor, so I'm not gonna take it. I'm nowhere near anything interesting here in terms of skins. The thing that interests me the most, to be honest, is really these at that stage. The charm is like 1 charm. It's like insane. It's like, I mean, it's only 6k, but the charm is only 1 charm. That I got, the cheap stuff I got. Mithril, I got enough for what I want to do. Sammy, the shop sucks. Yeah, it's not the best shop. But you know, you get a lot of... I got 140k gems from that. Maybe 120 from that, you know. Plus, if you know, it would be nice to have a list of all you get. But if you calculate, that's, you know, that's not too bad. You know, that's a lot of fire crystals. Like, all of these are quite okay, you know. On top, you know, it just does not feel good to buy in the store, but you get a lot of things on top of it. So, did we do all our daily missions? So, do we do that? I think that's really what I want to do. Or I do half. I do charms and... I'm missing a lot of these as well, to be honest. I'm missing a lot of these, so I could do that and that, but I really miss more of these. That's really the main issues. I could get that, but you know, it's I don't really like it, to be honest. I don't know for you. The Tundra Adventurer. I got it on my farm. Don't really like it, and they have the Meteor now, so I'm like, whatever. Decided. What else can I buy? Oh, I can buy 10 charms. That's it. So I'll show you the magic of the... You watch my video, right? We're gonna do some tests. How to test the PT system. Are we lucky tonight with testing the PT system? Because people still don't believe me that's the way it works. Even with 2 examples. Oh, so we just reset the PT system. Might be... Wow, it's lagging, so I don't know. So if I do 99... Yeah, 99. Oh, I got 1. So it does not work. We did not... we could not test it, so we need to go back. I think I got pretty lucky to do it twice back to back when I wanted to test it. What do you want to do after? I don't think I have much to do, to be honest. We did the dice. Happy to answer questions for like... I say 30 minutes because then I'll stay an hour. If I say an hour, I'll stay forever. I'll go to bed not too late, so... So let's say a good half an hour before bedtime. So we got the 1. So if we do 99, we have a few more shots at it. We have roughly 30% chance, a bit more than that. So we got 2. So we are not testing that tonight. It's not gonna happen. How many seasonal events in February? We never know, but it's likely at least 1. It's likely Valentine. There should be Chinese New Year, and we should have the anniversary of Whiteout Survival early March. So 2, 3. You know, I'm not sure what they're gonna do with all of these at the same time. But at least, you know, Valentine is 99% guaranteed. Don't know which form it will take. Same for Chinese New Year. We got it every time so far. The company is a Chinese company, so... They probably give us something to do. They probably give us something to do. Do you guys want to bet on what events we have? I don't remember Valentine's last year, actually. That's something I need to make a big Excel one day of these. Like the dates, what type of seasonal event? Was this like a cooking event? Was this like a smashing the pumpkin or like, you know, punching the dude event? Was it a marble event? We have these 3 kinds of seasonal events. Yeah, it adds up. I got like 300k gems. I went for the Dragon City skin. I really love the Dragon City skin, to be honest. I really love the Dragon City skin, so let's open it all. We cannot test it anymore. So we got, what, 5, 6, I think, right? That's 5 or 6. It's not too bad. We start to get a bit of gear here. 26, 30, 37, 44, 53. I'm tired. 61, 66. 68, 76, 84, 89. So we nearly got 100 of these. So it's gonna, you know, it's gonna melt like snow, but in the sun. But nearly accumulated 100. So that's not nothing, at least. Either an event for Ramadan, yes, but it's like a very small one, right? The issue with the event with Ramadan is like it's a killing beast and killing polar terror for like 30 days event, so people are stressed for their stamina. So that's the thing I dislike about it. Else it's a, you know, it's a funny small event. You have 1 or 2 packs to buy, like the Jasser's Blessing kind of thing. But it's a bit stressful for stamina. So for me it does not matter, but for free to play it's a bit stressful on stamina for free to play. So let's do a bit of chief gear. We can do quite a bit too, I think. Maybe we got a bit lucky on some of the... Oh, we can do only that. Wow. I thought 400 chests will bring us a bit further, to be honest. But it is what it is. Valentine was the popularity event. Oh, it was not popular, it was the popularity. So yeah, so Valentine was not a proper seasonal event, right? It was like the 2 skins and they complement each other, and you buy packs and you get 1 skin for the one that buy the most packs, and you get the 1 skin for the one that is receiving the most thing from the spenders, right? So that was a bit, yeah. I mean, some people loved it, to be honest. But yeah, for me it's a meh. It's really heavy spending event, and I don't find it really interesting. So I bought all I want in the Foundry store. It's gonna reset tomorrow. I'm just wondering if I should not buy a bit more, to be honest. I'm afraid that I'm not buying enough. That I'm never gonna go down with this if I don't buy more. But that's very little. Like, I could buy these, that's 5k, I could buy these. Yeah, and the pack were not really good, I agree. So I agree. Sammy is on Twitch, if you wonder. I'm not talking to a ghost. So yeah, the packs were not really good, that was the... Did I miss any of these? No, I did not, right? I did not. Why is my Discord like full of notifications? Well, that's everyone is streaming because it's it's Foundry. Everyone is having Foundry. It's pretty cool, guys. I really appreciate you being here. You know, 50, that's a lot. So thank you very, very much for being here, spending your Sunday evening. That's done. I'm not gonna buy anything else here. We got what we wanted. I really wish I will max, you know, one day I will max it, and I'll just want to see like how much you get from like a week of going crazy on that event. You know, it's gonna be when the channel is huge, so it's gonna take some time. It's gonna be a bit later. That way on the way, that's gonna be good. I forgot to check. But do we have albums for regular Tundra? I cannot help people. I already help people today. I recycled a bit to kind of not lag behind too much. Like people are slowly catching up, so I recycled like everything that I need in double to buy a few packs. And do we have something that is what is that one? Ballad of Wind and Cold. So that's SVS. So that we got next time. We got a King of Icefield SVS. 20 State of Power. So that we're gonna do. I'm gonna stream full Saturday. Wife is working next Saturday, so I'm hopefully streaming a lot. I might need to do a bit of work, so I'll see. I'll try to see how we do that. I'll try to stream quite a bit. So particularly, like, really want to go higher here. That's really important. Everything else is like showdown and stuff. It's gonna be, all of the rest is gonna be low. But that's the one you can speed up a lot, and that's the one you can get ahead of most people with it. Or what it's, no, that's cross battle, right? That's killing people on Saturday. That's making points on their city. So that's SVS. Infernal Power is complete lore. Yeah, that you know. That's somewhere I will lag behind quite a bit. Because I'm not gonna do anything for a while here. So I'm gonna lag behind quite a bit on this one. And that's easy to do. King of Combat. So match prediction. So that's Tundra Arm Leagues. So it's really about Tundra Arm Leagues. There is nothing about Foundry itself. It's all about Tundra Arm Leagues. Hey Cedric, welcome, welcome. I need to pay attention to this. So standard refinement. I'm doing 40 on Monday just for that one. But it's like going crazily slow. Oh, we are Sunday? Oh, I totally messed up my my freaking that's terrible. I totally messed up my Flame and Fang. That's what I do. I think about it. I forget the next one. I remember I forget the last one. I think about it. I forget. It's like all the time. It's like so I'll stream Tuesday evening, that's for sure. Tuesday I'm streaming. We got Frostfire Mine, we got Lucky Wheel, which I barely play, but we got Crazy Joe, so all of that I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be streaming Saturday, so that's we got covered next week. I'm not sure about the videos yet for next week, to be honest. That's something I need to think about. I did not have time to think about Monday video, which I need to record tomorrow. We'll do some arena later, but I'll kind of wrap up the farm. But maybe we are a bit lucky. We start to really increase our... we want Greg. We want Greg. We really improve our Gatot, so maybe we can clear a level or two today. And then we want Mia. And then we want the best ones. And then we want like a regular. We just want a regular formation and let's hope for the best. Ouais, quand j'ai vu ton nom, Cédric Mollet, je me suis dit, t'es français en effet. But bienvenue, bienvenue. It's like a French name a bit, right? Feels like a bit like a French name if you ask me. So it's not really going anywhere, right? I was thinking that maybe with Gatot got a lot of XP components this week, so I was wondering if it gets somewhere, but I removed too many of him, so it's not. I'm not gonna go do any labyrinth for a little bit. Do you get English, Cédric? Tu comprends l'anglais ou t'es comment? Mais tu peux me poser des questions en français si jamais l'anglais c'est compliqué, y a pas de problème. So yeah, Labyrinth is really not doing much, not going anywhere. That was a pretty rough one. Let's look at two reports I wanted to see. There are two reports I wanted to see. So that's the... We tried... What did we try here? We tried with Mia. So if I did not mess up, that was 48 for 48. So we use Xura, we use Mia. That was all the right gear. Even if I swap them quite quickly, that's all the right gear. So that's all good. That's what we wanted. The stats are quite higher. That's nearly double for the infantry health, right? That's really big. I mean, infantry is a lot higher overall, and you know, marksman is a lot higher as well, by quite a bit. Not as much, right? Defense is very close, but that's because he has good heroes, and lethality is really higher. But turns out to barely hurt him, right? 50k injured. That's only one attack, so yeah, that was a quick battle. But Mia triggered a bit, but not that much. Thank you, Faisal. Thank you very much. Good night. You too. Have a good night. You know, come by anytime. Like, these are ready for question and stuff that, you know, if you want to... Like, it's sometimes hard to answer written question, to be honest with you guys. Like, I have so many between the French guy, the English guy, the channel, the Discord, the DMs in game. It starts some mornings. I'm like, I probably start to miss some comments and some questions. I'm at that stage where it starts to be like just too much every day. So if you're, you know, if I'm streaming, it's very easy for me to answer you, because I'm here for that. But the rest of the time, it starts to be really tough. It takes a lot of times every day to just go through everything. So I might redirect people a bit more. So that was Lancers 60-40. It's really the same. Maybe it did a tiny bit, but so we cannot really see any difference in these reports. So that's very simple to know the amount of turn, right? Every 4 strikes and reduce. So so that was like happened twice. So there was like between, you know, 8 to 11 turn, right, for the fight. I mean, here there is no marksman, there is nothing. So yeah, it's not nothing crazy we will learn today between the two troop ratio, to be honest. Nothing really crazy here. But for SVS, like 10,101, like these guys are quite weaker so far. They have a lot less whale and they are quite weaker overall. So Webster is quite ahead of them that we've seen tonight, and she probably has quite a lot in her bags. She has been consistent with like improvements in spending. So where can I find her? That's me. Like, I really think that these will go through. That's a bit of a surprise. That guy is with 1.8 million troops, and me buffed, and me with pets. Probably because he has pets. Yeah, he has pets as well. So when you burn, he has 10% buffs. So some of them at least. So like a city that is like that in SVS without pets and buff, usually burn it quite easy. But you know, he's debuffing me a bit and stuff, so it's really kind of reducing my power. So that's Webster, right? So that's not her main march, but she will probably finish most of her charm 16, half of them, if not all of them. So that's gonna be and they don't have someone like that. I mean, they have some people close to that, but they are a bit weaker overall. So that should give us a... If people are online Saturday, we should have a... For once, we don't have a battle with like maxed out player against us when we don't have any, right? So that's pretty good. C'est un peu compliqué, mais on a les images. Allez, dis-moi si t'es venu pour une question ou quelque chose, dis-moi, il n'y a pas de problème. It will make people practice their French. Let's go on the farm. Let's go on the farm to wrap up things on the farm. So should we play the dice on the farm as well? No, we did play the dice. I have 3 left. So hopefully we get 120 with a bit of luck. That's starting okay. That's perfect. That's just sad we missed that, but you know, we go to 120, which is 500. And we do 4. No, we don't do 4. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. For a farm, that's what, you know. I got 3,000. It's really not that bad. I should have bought the fire crystal by daily, but I don't really need that anymore. Oh, they allow you to buy that March skin. That was Halloween 2 years ago. That was Halloween 2 years ago. So I want to get the permanent stats and the portrait because I like it. I got the mount once. I got very lucky. And then probably the charms or the mithril to make points. Maybe the mithril to make points. If I can do 1 mithril. It's like, what that bullshit? I can do 1 mithril. Yeah, free to play is really underwhelming. Sometimes. Bit of charms, bit of mithril, get some stats. But I don't really like the portrait I have, so let's get one I like on the farm. That's a bit better. That's ChatGPT doing my avatar. Like between mixing the avatar I have on YouTube and my real face in a Ghibli style. It looked like I'm smoking weed or something. It's like, okay, that's, you know, I tried to generate it a few times and I was like, I'm just gonna, you know, not gonna, not gonna, you know, waste more time. Let's try to get some levels here. Let's do Greg. But Greg is very weak, so should I do Lean? I'll try with Lean, actually. Maybe it works better than Greg, I'm not sure when he's a bit below. And here, let's do the best ones we got. I think I prefer 45 than 45, to be honest. I don't see the point of 50, 20, 30. It does not work as well. Je suis venu pour te donner de la force. Bah, c'est gentil, merci. C'est cool. C'est apprécié. C'est toujours motivant de voir du monde. So that's, you know, it's working okay. It's not great, but I want to see. Adjust troop numbers. So let's do that. Let's do that, and let's do that. You got lucky. I could mute myself on time. I would have destroyed your ears. Let's see if that's a bit better. That's not really better. That seems to be quite worst. Let's see if it fights against like the first one, for example. Yeah, it got destroyed. So Lean was better, I think. It felt that Lean was a bit better than the Greg 3. Because I cannot use Bradley yet. Alonso is not 4-star on my farm. Look, I don't really have option. So Lean seems to be quite okay. Let's look again. Sammy saying I'm trying 60-40-0 with Philly Molly as a Lancer for Labyrinth. J'ai plus de... I don't have any... Did I do it on my main? So what are you trying to do? So what are you swapping? Do I need to buy something? No, I just keep it for next week. I forgot to buy some... Like some weeks ago, I forgot to buy for a few days, so I kind of have extra. Slowly going through them. Where are the reports? I never paid attention to that you could check this one. That's pretty cool. The amount of... I never paid attention to that menu. Rules shop? Oh, battle report. So you say you are trying 60-0-40. So if you... I mean, I don't see my marches. I see my marches here. Got all of them. So that means that you are using Molly. So you are removing... so you... My brain is lagging. So you are doing 2 marches like that? You are doing 2 marches with 60-0-40. You are doing one with Mia, one with Molly or Philly, and one. Because I'm sure there might be. I'm not sure, but I think there might be, like with what we found lately with the ratio, there might be a better option, but I cannot figure it yet. It depends a bit on the hero you have, but. So what's ending soon here? Nobody told me how it went for your Foundry. Like, did you guys won? Did you guys lose? Or lost, actually? Yeah, my build is mainly infantry and marksman heavy, so I work better for me than Greg. Okay. I mean, you might be able to use both, right? Might be able to use both. Hey, Greenfields. Welcome. How did it go for Foundry? We won, was an easy match here. It was not fair for the opponent. Like, their wells were really not that strong compared to ours, so it was not really... it was easy to maintain the buildings. But it was fun to do. I think they did play okay, so, you know, that's all good. It's just what it is for them. It sucks, you know. When you are on the receiving end of like stronger whales on the other side, you know, you do what you can. I think even if they gathered properly, they probably did not have a chance. I think the gap between the rally leader was too big. Wow, that's terrible. But that's my farm, so I don't mind, you know. If I could have the bad luck on the farm and the good luck on the main, I'm all for that. I have a question. How to increase fuel in Canyon if all 3 squads are fighting? So Canyon, the fuel is your R4 giving you fuel. When you are holding a building, like a turret or whatever, a temple, whatever they are called, some of these buildings give you 15,000 fuel per minute. Some of them are giving you either one that gives 30. Yeah, probably 30,000 fuel per minute, and the best ones are giving you 45 and 60 million per minute. 60,000 per minute. So to get more fuel, you need to be assigned to one of these buildings permanently, or most of the time. If the opponent is taking so each building is giving you fuel. So if the enemy is taking the building that was assigned to you to give you the fuel, you lose the benefit of the building, and you are not receiving fuel. So that's why you need to manage the fuel all the time in freaking Canyon as a R4, as you can see on the stream. So if you look at the stream yesterday, you'll see me do it all the time. And so if you want to give like fuel to your best players, but for me, I try to make sure that the rally leaders and the very strong whales always have fuel. But then when they have, I'm kind of cycling through the weaker ones as well. So I'm trying to give everyone some fuel. Basically, it's not really easy to do. So you don't need to stay in the building with one squad. It's like when you are in the building with one squad, you can claim yourself the fuel, if I recall properly. I barely ever did it, but I think I've seen it once and I've done it once. So you can, when you capture the building, if I remember properly, and you guys can maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a way to see how much it's healing. Like Zora, it's insane. There is a way that you can assign yourself in that building, but then you can leave it. That's really okay then to leave it. But your R4 can assign any building to anyone at any time, right? So that's why you want them to do it, and you want a R4 that's really good at it and that spends a lot of time doing it. It really takes a lot of times. So it's just like, every time you move, it's costing a lot. So one of the best way to save your fuel... Merci de me suivre sur Twitch aussi. Un jour, je serai partenaire Twitch. Hey guys, if you make me Twitch partner on a mobile cam on Whiteout Survival with like barely any viewer, like we are breaking something, we are breaking something. It just means that you are using too much. If it does not go up and you get the plus 60k per minute, it's like really you are burning a lot. So you are likely, my assumption, right, is like you are not that strong of a player, so you die a lot, which, it's nothing to blame you for, but that's just the way it is. Like when you are strong enough, you start to, and by that it just means spending money. It's like you die a lot less, so you use a lot less fuel, because when you revive, it costs you a lot of fuel, and then you revive, and then you have to send your march from the beginning to where you want to go, and that's very expensive. And as well, going in the opponent's territory is very expensive as well. It's a lot cheaper to move within your continent, right? If it was a continent or an island, like when you stay on your side, even if it's taken by the opponents, it's a lot cheaper. As soon as you cross, you take the gates and you fly to the opponents, it costs a lot more. So if you are running low on fuel, you might want to try to find building where you might not die that quick. So if you send to the biggest whale all the time, you're gonna die, back to back. You're gonna just die back to back, and that's, nothing you can do about it except not sending it to the whales building for a while and collect some fuel. And one big mistake people do is like as soon as the building is taken, they move to the next one. Sometimes the enemy is coming to you already. So often for me, I check, it's like if someone is already coming to attack me, then I just stay in the building and I just save some fuel. So that you can buy, like not going to the opponent's continent, by staying in your area, by trying to avoid the whale that will kill you in 2 seconds, and that, gonna just make you waste all your fuel, then, you should be able to manage it. It should be okay to do. But it's one of the issue as well is when you have like 30 people playing in the battlefield, because you have like 20 buildings, it means that you regularly have people without fuel, and that's really hard to manage as a R4 when you have too many people in the battlefield. When you have like 20 people playing, it's very comfortable as a R4 to give fuel to everybody. 25, not that much. 30 people, it's a headache, because you have to leave people behind. So that's often, the weakest one are the ones that don't get cheat basically in that case most of the time, unless the whales and the stronger ones are like not dying, not fighting but not dying, so they are using very little fuel, so they can actually, don't need that much. In Canyon, I assigned myself on the first building next to base. Yeah, if you think of doing that, I've been always R4 in Canyon, so I never think of doing that myself, but I've seen it's possible to assign yourself. I'm just not too sure how it works, because I think I've done it once a long time ago. That's something I recorded a guide for Canyon on my farm to be published in 1 month because the next Canyon is in 1 month. And I forgot that tip as well to assign yourself. So I'm kind of wondering, like, I might just cancel the upload and re-record a few, a quick segment with like extra tips because you guys gave me quite a few good ones and I forgot to cover the claim your own fuel. I was fighting with this squad solo to capture 3 buildings so my team can take center. Yeah, but you probably died quite a bit, right? Either you moved too much or you died. Or to move too much, you know, it's just, again, no blaming. It's really like just what takes your fuel away. So if you have plus 60 and you run low, it's like, it's just dying a lot and or moving a lot. And moving more than you can afford it, more or less. Or just as much as you can afford it. Which is okay, you know, if you are strong and you are killing people and stuff, and you know, that could be your role as well and your task. I was stating on the same spot, not moving, but fuel go up and down. I mean, the only thing that costs fuel is moving, resurrecting, and recruiting troops. So if you are sitting on plus 60, it should go up very quickly. I mean, it's 60k per minute, and plus you get a basic income of fuel, and you have a capacity of, what, 200,000? K? So that's, in 3-4 minutes, you should be full, if you are not using any. So I'm not sure, then. How is that possible? Battle some 10k fuel. Then maybe, you know, I'm learning something new. Can we check? Oh, I got 11. Well, that's good, you know. It's better that some mains are... Oh, but that's a farm. I was like, it's better that the main is getting it. That's a freaking farm. Like me. Yeah, we still have people that are barely playing right now. Wow. People that are barely playing right now. Slackers. So which building are burning some fuel? So I might need actually to really, but that's why I never made a video on Canyon. It's because it's not a game mode already. But you guys keep asking, so I've done it. But you know, it might be something I need to re-record later. Might be like the first shot at it, and it might be missing a bit. It might be missing a bit. Yes, battling also costs fuel. Okay, never paid attention to that because you know we had some whales like. I take care of the whales with giving them fuel and they never run low, even if they keep like destroying people back to back. So I'm a bit confused by that part. And if you don't have fuel, that's weird to me, but I guess I think you can battle, right? I don't know. I never seen anyone in minus for fuel, for example. So it's not like the game is like it does goes to 0, not below. Okay. Because I do move a lot, fight a lot, but I never had the feeling, but you know. That's something I need to look at. It should be in the rules, right? If we look like at the rule of the game, we should be able to see it. If that makes sense. I was solo 3 buildings. I mean, I always do 3 different buildings like all the freaking time. Like, you guys surprise me so much, but it you know, probably the one wrong here. It's just super weird to me that I never have seen that. But again, that's one event I don't care much about, so I just find it fun to play, and I never been in a team that really had a strategy as well, so I don't know if you guys have like an alliance that do Canyon on voice. I think it could be pretty cool. You can do things that are a bit cool if you're on voice for Canyon, I think. So every time your troop starts a battle in building with a barricade icon thing, it will deduct 15k, 10k fuel. But what are these buildings? Are they the gates? Are they like the bigger ones? Like the temple thing that give you some extra fuel? Like which one have the barricades? You guys are teaching me the game now. That we've done. That will finish tomorrow. Yeah. Let's summon one and just use a horn if someone needs, so I have less horn to use tomorrow, because it's always a pain in the bum to use. I totally messed up my thingy here. That's okay. That's happens, I guess. I cannot help anybody. I cannot be helped for a 2-star. Any building against enemy raids. Okay. Learning something new every day. Pretty sure the fraud that open later into the battle don't have it. Yeah, I'm not too... Yeah, okay. I don't know if I can look that up now because the event is gone, so I don't think I'm trying to think if if there is a way to see it except on the or like a guide online or something. I have a bit of an idea where I could get it on the guide online though. Oh, that I messed up. Let's see. I don't think we can clear any more level. Don't think we can clear. I'm trying to see if I can find that. Boom, 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 boom. Canyon. Canyon Clash. Phase 2, phase 1 sur l'île jaune. Faire, stratégie. Fuel system. Fuel is needed to move, attack, or heal revive troop. It generates an assigned player as guardian to building, provide extra fuel. Okay. Cool. See, like I totally missed that from that event. But like that, the part that really surprised me is that I've been doing fuel for over a year, giving it to people. And I did not see that the fighters are losing fuel. Like some whales. Like sometimes I don't give them fuel for freaking like 20 minutes and they are full of it. So I don't know. Matchmaking, escort. So every action, deployment, activation, conscription, okay, moving, retreat, resurrection, okay, consomme du carburant, le carburant sur les automatiquement. You start with 24,000 per minute. Okay, yeah, I need to read the description next time it pops up, to be honest. Or to find some. It's good, you know, it's good that we talk about it because I had no idea. If you are strong and fight a lot, you will run out of fuel very fast. So you mean that some of our whales, you know, they don't know what to fight? They're not running low on fuel, so... But they are active, like they are actively playing. I've been, you know... Wow, it's really terrible sometimes, that thing. It's really terrible, that thing. So yes, I'll pay attention to that. I might need to edit quite a bit my my guide for it then. Which I'm not looking forward to, but... Because I spent quite a bit of time recording it. I registered on the farm just to do it. So I never do Canyon on my farm. So I played for an hour, recorded, edited. And I missed most of the event apparently. Okay, good. Thank you for sharing. I'll get going in the next what? I don't know, maybe we stay a bit, but that's a bit late for me. I kind of need to go to bed soon. I'll check with the wife where she's at. I mean, some of them I did not assign them for quite a while, to be honest, sometimes. So either they are fighting in buildings that do not require actions. I mean, require fuel maybe, either such a thing. Is there such a thing? We will gonna fight in SVS with guys Gen 3 that have a Globe 1. That's gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be tough. Globe Gen 3 is, you know... I mean, overall he's not a very strong player. Because, you know, he's buying shitty packs. If that makes you feel better. For example, if you are alone in a building and you fight with 10-12 people, your fuel will drop to 0 very fast. Okay, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting if you ask me. It was my case, 2 globe. So then that means that's for us. But how do you end up fighting solo like Greenfield? Like, what strategy do you use, like other team, to be in a situation when you fight solo? I think what happens for our whales is probably that they are never fighting solo. So there is no world in which we leave our whale solo. We just have many people everywhere all the time. I'll check the DM later. So maybe you have like a team strategy that's really, and then the solution in your case is just having a buddy, right? It's just having a few free-to-play or people, you know, based on the strengths of the people around you, to be able to kill some of them and so to give you some slack. But it's probably then, yeah, let me know. Curious about it. So I'm really a noob in Canyon, but you know, that's really not a surprise. Like I never cross any group that played very well in it, so probably missing a bit of things here. I need to take some notes on the Canyon. Yeah, so you are stuck, right? So you are really stuck. But I mean, if you keep killing people, they have few issue on their hands as well, right? It's not like you are not doing anything, and you know they are doing something, and it's like you are freaking tips. So let's do that quickly on the side. Let's write some tips on Discord before I forget about them. So to capture a building, someone posted that on Discord. To capture a building, if you have the player, let's say with 10 guards, if you have players within the 10 first players, you can remove one of your player in the top 10 can remove himself, so you capture the building. I don't know if it's clear, but that's a very good tip that someone shared. So if you want to pin down a whale, basically, like on top of just because the way we used to do that in Alliance, I've played in and we try to kind of get a whale stuck is we basically just keep sending people, but the whale is never alone, right? So it takes time for them to be killed. So, but then they can never move from the building, right? So you can pin that kind of have a few free-to-play sacrifice themselves, so the whale is not moving, right? I don't know if it's actually a good thing to be honest, but that's always an option, I guess, at least. But then again, it's positive fuel use. I mean, yeah, you cut them like a crazy amount, so I'm not sure they can actually really do much. But I understand that's an issue. So we figured out like why, and maybe how is like, you know, ask for help, basically, more or less. It's kind of more or less one of the only thing you can do is ask for a bit of help. If it helps you, I will share a link in game. Yeah, you can. Or Discord or wherever, Coco. With you regarding my last canyon, maybe helps you to see from a different perspective. That's fair enough and appreciated. So are we... Oh, one sec. So how we took place one in my head, we push one. So you push one alliance, I guess, and it was very low on points. Then we switched to the stronger ones and was going solo to... You made some typos and I'm tired, so it does not work well with my brain. Like I'm trying to make sense of words. I think I'll go soon, guys. Wife is like, let's go to bed. It's you know, it's time we go to sleep. So what's your strategy then? You basically say that you are so you kind of bully one alliance, so they are low in points, and then you go and you keep bullying that alliance alone with the whale, while everybody else, you know, is kind of behind. Is taking care of the other one, sorry. Was it a ghost rally? What is a ghost rally? I hear it a lot. So why do you hear about ghost rallies? Ghost rallies are usually, I guess, I never heard the term too much, but it's just to know if there are joiners. Is what you mean by ghost rallies? Just to know if there are joiners in the opposing team? That's what probably people mean with ghost rallies. We got some facility to capture, so that's maybe something I'll do. 2 new ones. That'll wrap up. It's either with one more, whatever, just to, you know, if you do like, I cannot do it, right? I don't have enough space, so let's go here, but... Probably rally with one troop just to bother people, or it's like ready to... So for me, it's either like if we go back to that, it's either let's take the farm as an example, right? So it's either rallying, you start a rally, you do that, and you see it's not reinforced, right? You see that there are nobody reinforcing, or you rally and you do one troop or something, and maybe it's like even a 60-minute rally. So I'm not too sure what people use it for. So that could be 60-minute rally or something like that to kind of bother people inside the rally, or... I mean, inside... You can do that in some events to trouble the joiner, for example, in Sunfire Castle. You could start 60-minute rallies from some alliances. So, you know, people, when they have like the little counter on the right here, it's a bit bothering them to know when to reinforce because there are other rally going on as well. But that's maybe that's what they call ghost rallies. I don't know. Not too sure, not too sure. But that's it for me, guys. I'll go to bed, wrap up a few things offline very quick. And that's gonna be it for today. I'll see you Tuesday. We do Crazy Joe, we do all of these the good stuff on Tuesday. Either any strategy to counter double and triple rally, you reinforce in between, or you counter rally. That's mostly the two only option you have, right? You look at when they land, and you reinforce in between, so you're always full, but I guess you know that. Or you use another alliance to counter rally. So when... I'll answer that and then I go. So they are here, you are in the middle, right? You are the one with castle. So you see they are starting a 5-minute rally if you are in the castle. So as soon as you see you are on voice, or you have like some tools are used online to do that, I think, for counter rallies and stuff. You see the rally because it pops, you know that they are attacking you. You tell, so let's say you are at the bottom, to make it simple, you have team A, that's your team. You have team B, that's your team as well, and they have a team A. So as soon as they start rally, you start rally. And what you do on your counter rally, so they don't see you are having them, you ask the joiners to wait 2 minutes to join the rallies. Because if you start counter rallying, they will see all the joiners in the world going to the rallies. They know you will start counter rallies, so they might use their B team to counter your counter rally. And that's never ending. In like big state, that's never ending. You have rally, counter rally, counter of counter rally, counter of counter of counter, counter of counter of counter of counter, and that's you have like cascade of counter rallies and stuff, and it never ends. But one of the trick is counter rally and train people to not join the rally for the first 2 minutes. So nobody can see it, and by the time they see it, rallies are 3 minutes left on your side, and they can start theirs, but they can never prevent you to accumulate a bit of time middle. So that's about it. That's the main two strategies. Unless your rallies are super close and you know, you think like someone with a solo march could get it, eventually you can try that, but you know, as soon as there is 300k, 400k troops, it's like highly unlikely. So it's just like having a good communication, multiple teams, people trained to have these rallies and stuff. So another question is, it was to make heroes defense widget. It depends on you. It really depends on your role. If you defend, you have to. Holding building is what makes you win in the event, right? It's holding the building in the defense. So if you rally lead, you have to do defense. But you can be an offensive rally leader that care for bear, that care for, you know, taking buildings, and you're not the one staying inside. So that's totally an option as well. But that's mean that someone else has to do it. So I don't know what it means for your state and for your alliance and stuff, but yeah, that's it for me, guys. That was it for today. I'll see you in the next one. See you Tuesday, if not sooner. Good night. Thank you for being here. Need to run. Thank you. Enjoy yourself in the evening. Good night as well. If you know, probably bedtime for many of us soon. So see you later. Cheers.